and welcome everyone back to the channel. Today, I'll preface this with this. I was supposed to do an Eternals review this week. Either it's up or it's not. I don't know, because I'm pre-recording this before it's actually released in theaters in my area. So, just in case, this is the start of my reviews of all the movies in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I am, if I have not done my Eternals review, I'm kicking it off with Iron Man, a movie came out way back in 2008. Almost 14 years ago. That's insane. But yes, I'm going to do, starting today, we'll just say starting today, starting this week, and for the next 20 plus weeks, I am reviewing all 20 plus Marvel Cinematic movies, all the movies that are in the MCU. And this is phase 1, which comprised of 7 movies, 5 to 7 movies. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But this was the first movie that built this franchise. Now, as I already previously stated, Eternals came out this week, and then next month is Spider-Man No Way Home. I will review those. They will be a part of this entire series of movies. So I will actually probably create a separate playlist just for these, so you guys can find them in that separate playlist, even though it's going to be a part of the movie playlist. So there'll be 2 separate playlists you can find this. So just to make it easy. But yeah, man, Iron Man, way back in 2008. Of course, this did star Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Jon Favreau, who also directed the movie. You do have Rhodey, not played by Don Cheadle, but actually by Terrence Howard. Paul Bettany is in this movie as the Jarvis program. Jeff Bridges as Ironmonger, or he's also one of the guys who help out Tony. But yeah, it's crazy to think that this little movie, and this was before it was under the Disney umbrella. I believe this was still part of Paramount when this movie came out. But to think that this movie, that no one even knew for sure if it would go well. I mean, with all the things that were going on behind the scenes, with Jon Favreau landing the gig as the director, also playing Happy in this movie, one of my favorite characters. Really pushed hard for Robert Downey Jr. to be in this movie. There was a chance Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man and Tony Stark. That didn't happen. We ended up with Robert Downey Jr., RDJ, which in hindsight really turned out to be the best thing that could have happened. But what was Iron Man? Well, simple. Iron Man, Tony Stark, he's out with the army testing out his weapons. They have an attack in the middle of the Middle East. They didn't specify where. Believe it was Iraq. He ends up getting taken captive. They put that thing in his chest, which is connected to his heart. He builds him a suit. He breaks out. And after seeing what his weapons does, he has a change of heart. Tries to shut down his whole weapons program. Tries to now be a do-gooder. Builds himself the Iron Man suit. Well, his friend, who's actively kind of helping him run the company, who becomes Ironmonger, doesn't agree. And then gets his own weaponry, and they fight. That's the basis of the movie, but it does go deeper. This movie, you know, really kind of shed a light on the bad that was happening in the world and all the craziness that was happening in the world around this time. And it really just kind of, you know, was like, look, weapons could be bad in the wrong hands. Kind of the message that I got watching this movie. And Iron Man is not my favorite of the MC movies. Like in phase 1, I don't really think I was really into the movies. Hell, I didn't even watch the first Iron Man until after I saw the Avengers. Because I liked Captain America and I liked Thor. And then I watched Avengers. Then I went back and watched the first 2 Iron Mans. I'll get to the Incredible Hulk later, but Yeah, Iron Man, it started this whole franchise, man. But, you know, Tony, he's changing his whole lifestyle around. And Pepper, she's not all believing it, you know, because he's a playboy millionaire and weapons designer following his dad's footsteps. And, you know, he kind of treats Happy like shit. But then he just has that whole flip, and it's weird. And the crazy thing about this is by the end of the movie, when he finally, you know, defeats Ironmonger and everything, they do something that you didn't see in comic book movies before this. You know, everyone kept their identity secret. Batman, Spider-Man, everyone. He actually came out and said, I am Iron Man. And the movie ended like that. He's sitting on the stage eating a cheeseburger. He's like, I am Iron Man. And it's like, what? He actually did that? So it's like, okay, I see. They're doing it differently. In the MCU, he's not afraid to hide his identity. And then they do that pretty much in every movie afterwards. Even eventually, as we'll find out later, Spider-Man's identity is even revealed in the MCU. No one really has a secret identity. Which kind of makes it like, okay, so we don't have to worry about, oh, can he keep it secret? So I like that. Iron Man really changed the genre where X-Men and X-Men 2 really made it into, you can make these movies and make money with them and take them serious. This flipped it and was like, yeah, and you can build a franchise, because no one knew when they made Iron Man that it was going to actually start a whole cinematic universe. You get to the end of the movie and you freaking meet Nick Fury, who's like, hey, we have the Avengers program. What do you think? And he's like, oh, well, I know a couple people. And he's like, oh, okay. And then they don't want him or something like that. I don't remember. But it opens up this whole thing. You even get to see Coulson in this movie. It's just, the whole thing is cool. Like, it's a really good movie. It's not my favorite, again, of any of all 26, 27 movies. It's not my favorite, but it's still really good. The acting is great in it. The directing, Jon Favreau was fantastic as a director. The relationships are good. If you were a if you were a die-hard Tony Stark fan, an Iron Man fan, I don't think anyone can imagine, even in the cartoons now, you can't imagine Iron Man and it not be RDJ. He embodied the character that much. And his performance was great. Again, they took a gamble on a guy who had alcohol issues, drug issues, was literally off the map when it came to acting, and they threw him in, and it turned out to be a home run and kicked off the whole cinematic universe. And yeah, it was great. So like I said, we'll start here, we'll work our way all the way through, and it's going to take a long time, folks, but we will get there. And I think it'll be fun. I think this will be a fun ride. Now, no, these reviews are not going to be a super breakdown, but I mean, the newer ones, yeah, I'll be more like, ooh, this is what happened. But we're going back 10, 12, 14 years, guys. So, no, they will not be like uber hardcore breakdown of movies. I'll just give my thoughts and basic rundown of the movie and, you know, bounce around. That's what I do. So, yeah, like, share this video, tell your friends about it. Subscribe to the channel, get a notification for all upcoming videos by hitting that little bell icon. Follow us on social media, Twitter and Facebook. I post links to videos there as well. We have a nice little community page where my wife gets on there a lot and shares stuff because she's really good about that, because I'm not. I'm very much, here's my video, watch it. I am not the social media savvy one. She is, despite what she thinks. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you next week when we talk about the Incredible Hulk. Tomorrow.
Did you say I was marvelous?
Yes, I did.
And wonderful?
Yes, I did.
Oh, thank you so much. You are too.
I know. Thank you. AEW Full Gear tomorrow. Retro review for Red Jurassic Park. ET review on the channel from this week. All that stuff on the homepage of the YouTube channel. You guys can go there and find that. I will see you guys next time. So remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll talk to you later.